In order for this game to be successful, they're going to need...
Why Nickmercs could potentially destroy Gears of War E-Day. And ladies and gentlemen, your boy is not joking here. Not joking at all, okay? First of all, if you're excited for Gears of War E-Day, make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we need to understand. Devs tend to extrapolate suggestions and data from their communities. But to be honest with you, I don't know if the coalition listens to us folks, to be very honest with you, after looking at Reloaded, just saying. But I digress. Again, as I was saying, devs tend to extrapolate information and pay close attention to certain feedback that content creators such as myself or streamers provide about their games, okay? In some instances, they implement things that people don't like. And in some instances, they take the data that content creators or streamers provide and actually implement it in their game. And be it right or wrong, they just try it out and just see what the people think. And most of the time, it isn't a good thing, okay? There's very few moments here and there when these things actually work out. And in the case of Gears of War Reloaded, they're just not listening to anybody. And let me preface this before we move on. I have nothing against Nickmercs. Matter of fact, I love the guy. I think he's a dope content creator and I enjoy his streams personally, right? But again, you know me, I have to keep it real with you guys and let you know what the optics could potentially be if his feedback is taken seriously. And Nickmercs has some suggestions for Gears of War E-Day that you folks may or may not agree with. Now, before we hop into that, I have to keep you folks up to date with what's happening with Gears of War Reloaded. Now, per the Gears of War community page, it reads as follows. We developed a patch today for Gears of War Reloaded that addresses squad achievement progression, matchmaking and stability improvements, and additional frame rate options for PC. Now, the thread continues and states, squad mates who aren't hosting will now earn progress achievements in campaign. Matchmaking optimizations for more balanced lobbies based off of skill rating MMR. Several issues that were causing game crashes have now been resolved. Added a unlimited option to frame rate limit in display settings. We are always monitoring feedback across the game and other support channels. Our intent when communicating to our players is to ensure we're providing real, meaningful updates and information on what actions we taken. Thank you for your patience. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now have skill-based matchmaking in Gears of War Reloaded. Who fucking cares? At this point, it doesn't matter because that wasn't in the game at the beginning and now you're trying to do things and adjust things now. Honestly, that ship has come, gone, and sailed away. The only people that I feel personally are still logging into this game have to be the Gears OGs because I'm seeing even Gears OGs be frustrated and I can only imagine what a new player is feeling outside of that campaign. And trust me, I don't think they're flirting with multiplayer at all. Again, skill-based matchmaking for what? Because we don't even have a ranking system. We just have numbers that just go up, 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 and up, and up, 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 up. Nobody cares about that shit. If you're going to add a ranked system, have it be something that we could fight for and actually care about. It's not like the rank reset or anything, like common sense stuff, right? It doesn't do any of the things that we really wanted to do. And then honestly, the populace that is still currently there are probably the OGs themselves. And more than likely, they're intimidating any new player that comes into the space and challenges their throne, okay? And the casuals are probably throwing up in a bag and bouncing at the door, wondering at this moment, could they still get a refund? Okay, so I don't think MMR is helping Gears of War Reloaded at all. I think at this point, it's too little, too late. Let me know what you guys think. Now, Nickmercs goes on to make a statement concerning Gears of War E-Day and the features that he would like to see the game have. Check this video out.
In order for this game to be successful, they're going to need all the things that people just loved about Gears of War. So you're going to need to bring back execution. You're going to need to bring back Horde. You're going to need to bring back a really good campaign. Like a really, really good campaign. And then as far as like multiplayer goes, man, just Gears 1, Gears 2, Gears 3, but with stronger graphics, man. You know? Don't overcomplicate it and make it crazy because a game like this is already hard enough for casuals to get into. It's a high skill gap, man. It's not easy to be good at.
Okay, guys, there you have it. You have checked the clip out. Now, again, I have to preface this. I have no beef with Nickmercs, but your boy likes to have discussions, and I personally like to dissect conversation, and especially when it comes to the titles I love. And here we go with Gears of War E-Day. So he spoke of the things that he feels this game needs. He stated that Gears of War E-Day needs execution. Me personally, I think that would be a fine game mode. However, built around that, we need a ranking system that is worth a shit, and that just isn't a prestige mode. Prestige is corny and boring and monotonous. That was cool like a decade and a half ago for Call of Duty, right? Prestiging is corny. It's just a meaningless thing you do, okay, just to see the number go up and you just reset the setting. Like, bro, it's corny. Lock into a ranked seasonal mode that resets every quarter, okay? Let's give the people something really real to fight for. Let them defend their rank and let the ranks go up and down. Let's not do the corny prestige shit. Let's build a solid foundation around the ranking system that makes the players feel like they're doing something and actually achieving something that they could show off to their community. You would garner a lot more content just by doing that and having people make videos saying that they went against like 4 or 5 champs and they're like a level bronze. You know what I'm saying? It would just make for a content pool that would be so attractive to newcomers alike, because they would like to see how does a champion player play and how does a bronze player play. Right now we have nothing that's showing that difference in the fight because MMR is hidden, so we can't even measure anything, so we're just guessing in the dark. And the corny ranking system that we have now, that number that's just by our name, doesn't mean shit because it just forever goes up, 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 and up. Even if you perform poorly, it just still goes up, so it doesn't matter. So in short, I'm with Nickmercs on that, but again, a solid ranking system around execution would be fantastic. They need to totally reboot the ranking system for Gears if they're going to garner an audience and actually have player retention. Next, Nick states that we need a horde mode. I have said this previously. Other great, phenomenal content creators have mentioned this as well. Horde mode needs to return in any way, shape, or form. That would definitely keep a player base around the game and in the Gears of War ecosystem. I don't know why we could not have that in Gears of War Reloaded. At least I would have something that I would still be playing outside of their crummy ass multiplayer. I honest to God would be playing horde mode if they had it, but it's absent, and hopefully we see it make a return in Gears of War E-Day because I think it would add immense value and again keep player retention up. So the next suggestion that Nickmercs makes is Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 need to be all in this game, right? In some way, shape, or form, along with boosted graphics. Nick baby, I love you, but boosted graphics. Gears of War has been a graphical masterpiece since the dawn of time, for its times, okay? Gears of War has never been skipping on the graphical front when it came to fidelity and things like that in its respective time slots, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that the Coalition will do this. Okay, I know they'll do this. They will do right by the graphics and the game will look and hopefully perform glorious, okay? So I don't think we're going to be cutting any corners in that front, but just more of Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 isn't going to be enough in my opinion. We need far more. We need something that's daring and bold that actually changes Gears of War multiplayer for the better. I don't know what that thing is, honestly, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What do you think that they could personally add to Gears of War E-Day to make it different and stand out on the multiplayer front? I don't think we could just come back and do the same thing for the 7th time in a row. Most people aren't going for that shit. And the casuals, like Nickmercs states, they won't be sticking around if it's just the same old Gears, because again, you're gonna have the OGs come in and just clear house, and you're gonna have this game be another Lancer Fest that casuals can't find a home in, and that would be very unfortunate because Gears of War E-Day needs everybody. It needs the tryhards, it needs the casuals, it needs the people that are sort of in between, right? It needs everybody to come together and actually fucking play the game. Okay, so anything that they could do on that front that is new, that would garner interest, and again, keep them within the Gears of War world would be great. All right, it's all about player retention, and just doing more of the same old same won't really bode well for Gears of War E-Day, in my opinion. If you guys did not check out my last Gears of War E-Day video, it was a banger. Be sure to click here, and I'll be sure to see you there.